Clear skies, little wind, cold temperatures. Expect some frost on the windshield. For some of us this morning, we have frost advisories out for us highlighted in blue. That's mainly off to the east of the metro. Go ahead and take a look. That sunshine sticking around through the day. That helps us out. We'll warm into the mid-60s here late morning. Expect highs to climb on up. Ready? Into the upper 70s, pushing near 80 degrees. We're warming back up yet again, but it doesn't last long. Our next cold front on the way, which will drop us right back down. So clear skies through the overnight. We'll dip into the 50s. By the time we get up tomorrow morning, some of us outside in the rural areas will be into the 40s. And more sunshine warming us up near 70 degrees by noon tomorrow.
46 degrees under clear skies. Here's our local Doppler radar. Here's the outlook for your week ahead.
The cold fronts move through the Ohio Valley and parts of the southeast, knocking our temperatures down today into the 60s in places like Atlanta and into the 50s across the upper Midwest once again. That area of low pressure wrapping back around. You see still a little bit of moisture left over with it, but it's pushing through the mid-Atlantic and New England today, dropping your temperatures progressing into tomorrow only into the 60s, bringing in quite a bit of moisture. That rain extending from New England all the way down the Florida Peninsula, bringing in 2 to 3 inches in some locations that are already saturated. Could be dealing with some localized flooding and the threat for a few stronger storms. But high pressure builds back behind the system, clearing out our skies a little bit more, but the temperature drop. There it is. We're down in the 60s in Chicago, in Atlanta, just as mentioned, 70s in New York, 70s in New Orleans, and in Oklahoma City. We get a gradual warm-up for a short time. Then that second front moves through late week, reinforcing this cooler, drier air. It's coming down from Canada, so you can expect highs in the 40s and 50s across the upper Midwest, moving into Thursday and Friday. New England, our temperatures are still a few degrees above normal today until that front passes. Then we're dropping down into the 60s tomorrow, and for some in the 50s. So we're in the 60s today in Syracuse and Pittsburgh as that front's starting to pass early. Then in the 70s from Boston to D.C. We'll watch this closely because the temperatures will start to fall as the rain moves in and the front starts to pass late tonight and into tomorrow. Down across the southeast, there you go. You see that rain continuing on alongside that cold front, dropping us down into the 60s in Atlanta. Memphis, a little more sunshine for you, so you're in the low 70s. Consider yourself lucky. But we do have the threat for a few stronger storms with that front, just as mentioned, down across the Carolinas coastline. From Savannah to Hatteras up to Norfolk, Raleigh, Fayetteville, you're included. Myrtle Beach, Columbia will watch for wind being the primary threat. Heading on up to the Midwest and the Northern Plains, where things are quieting down for us here, but definitely cooling down too. We're in the 60s today in Minneapolis. At least we're not in the 50s. There's your silver lining. Out west, high pressure's in control, and the placement of that high plays a big factor in our temperature. As it goes farther east, we pull more of a southerly wind, which is why we're warming back up. We're in the 80s today in LA, Redding pushing near 100 degrees, and look at that, Seattle, you're back up toward 80 degrees.
From Frontline's award-winning political team, the series critics have called a fair and humanizing look at both candidates. The Choice 2020, streaming on the PBS Video app.
Got big plans Friday night? Here's a look at your forecast. Will the weather get in the way of your Saturday? Let's take a look. Here's how your Sunday's weather is shaping up.
degrees under clear skies. Here's our local Doppler radar.
These are the latest incidents and events in your area. Let's take a look at the latest airport delays.